Hey guys, Vol here, welcome to another audio commentary. This one is between Nada and Can, that's spelled K-A-N, and Can is the Zerg player at the 9 o'clock position on Python, the green Zerg, and Nada has spawned as the purple Terran at the 6 o'clock position. So, yeah, finally doing a Korean programmer replay. It's been a while since I did anything from the Koreans. You understand this is indeed the legendary Nada himself playing Terran in this game. This must have been a practice game for We Mad Fox or something like that. It just showed up on Ghost of Gamers. It might have been Ghost of Gamers or Fighter Replays. I forget where I've got it. But anyway, check those sites out anyway. They're really good. Fighter Replays, Ghost of Gamers, obviously. And Team Liquid, of course. Yeah, so I haven't been putting too many commentaries up these days because I have been trying to get better at StarCraft. It's funny, I've been playing on iCup, and every second guy that I play on iCup just recognizes me now from commentaries. Thanks guys, and thanks for playing with me. Obviously I'm not as good at actually playing the game as I am at commentating, but yeah, I give it my best go. Last season I got to C level and hoping to get to C plus at least this time, although that'll be a bit different now that they've changed the system, the matchup system, where you can't see the opposing player's statistics when they join the game, so you can't really just pick easy opponents all the time. Not that I want to do that. Anyway, Nada has actually found Can's base over at the 9 o'clock, and a cute little dance around here with the SCV actually denying the hatchery from going down. 2 drones! Of course, one is ready to put the hatchery down, the other one's ready to fend off the SCV. But still, Nada's actually dancing around and preventing this hatchery from going down. This is really great stuff. Just not stopping his SCV at all. Oh man, Can's got to be whacking himself with frustration. This is just a pain in the ass. He still hasn't got the hatchery down. Wow, Nada's still just coming back in with this annoying SCV. Oh my god, still haven't got a hatchery. This is just going to set the Zerg back a whole bunch, and finally we see hatchery go down. So, very late there by Can. And Nada will just be able to put his command center up with ease when he's ready to. And here we go. There's the command center now. So it'll be well underway. And Hill's economy with trucking on doesn't even bother to build a marine because he knows that Can's not going to be sprouting Zerglings out all through his space anytime soon. And when Can conversely tries to scout Nada's space with a drone, Nada successfully blocks him. So great micromanagement here to start the game off. Can's really got a be feeling like he's on the back foot, even though the game's not even a couple of minutes in yet. He's nearly finished his spawning pool. Be able to get some Zerglings out and try to get some scouts off. Oh, here we go. The scouting drone has actually tried the extractor trick on Nada's natural and rejuvenated some of his health back. Prevented his death, basically. So that's pretty good. And just won't be able to gain that much intelligence, but given that at this point in the game there's not too much intelligence to gather, you pretty much know what build order your opponent's going. If you see that command center there, you know that he's not getting anything else but that command center and late marines, so that you can go for a heavy 3-hatch economy build if you want to without building many Zerglings, and you'll be fine. That's really the state of the matchup these days. Terran versus Zerg. Terran player just tries to get the expansion up as soon as he can. The Zerg player knows that he can't stop him very effectively. Nada putting down a bunker just in case Can decides to mass Zerglings, and that's all you really need to do is just spend a little bit of minerals on that bunker. Not too much of a waste, and you're fine, and you can move on to the mid-game. And yeah, we see a lot of Mutalisk harass and stuff, of course. So yeah, Terran vs Zerg starting to become a bit predictable, but it is still a very fun matchup, and especially mid to late game, it's probably the most action-packed matchup you can get. Can upgrading to Lair, as you usually want to do. Stimpack being researched before any more barracks going down for Nada, and Can trying to get in here with these Zerglings. They're not speed upgraded, so they're not going to be able to do much damage at all. Nada's unloading the barracks, moving the Marines out, and he will be protecting his base very effectively there. Then the Zerglings having to run. Gosh, the Zerglings look so slow when they're unupgraded. They need that speed upgrade to really get off the ground and be true Zerglings. Alright, so Akan just standing around and just waiting to see when Nada's going to move out, and it won't be for a while. Nada really just wants to get his buildings up and going, make sure he's got everything he needs to defend against that Mutalisk harass and get himself into the game. I'm expecting to put down 2 more barracks any moment now, because he really needs to up the barracks count to really get some units up and going, and I mean, he's got his build order planned out. He will be doing that any second now. Meanwhile, Kan is just keeping his Zerglings back a bit, maybe to allow Nada to move out, cautiously, and that will enable him to run in with the Zerglings possibly into his base and find out what he's doing, how many barracks he's got, stuff like that. A very useful thing to do. 2 overlords. We've got 1 overlord in the usual place, but a 2nd overlord just above the plateau where Nada's buildings are. It's a very sneaky overlord. He'll be able to get a little bit of scouting on the building, so I quite like the position, and it's not too hard to move out of the way, although you are in risk of losing it if the Marines go around the other side as well as hanging out on the front. And looks like we've got a tech building. A spire, of course, for Kan. Very typical stuff. Exact timing. 3-hatch spire build. And those Mutalisks are going to be arriving. So there's the extra 2 barracks for Nada. He's just upgrading range and probably +1 weapons from his... not yet. But soon we will see +1 weapons, since Nada is expecting Mutalisks. He'll do the scout off soon with the scans and find the spire, of course. Alright. And just very typical stuff so far. Heading into a very stock standard TVC game, but who knows what's going to be happening later. Zergling's just running around the map, trying to get rid of any scouting SCV that Nada might be putting out early. Double starport going down, already to the double starport tech, and he's just putting down a factory shop add-on. I'm not sure how many tanks he's going to be building, but probably not, because he's going double starport. He's going to be massing those SCVs. Sorry, not those SCVs. Science vessels is what I'm getting at. And when that happens, Kan is going to have any high tech units thrashed and eradicated by that Irradiate spell. And Kan getting in position to already put down a hatchery, so if Nada actually pushes out with a lot of Marines, he should be able to take out this hatchery and simultaneously defend against the Mutalisks if he's confident enough. But it looks like since he's just got those 2 starports down already, he's just going to camp around until he's really got the late tech kicking in. And if Kan decides to go too high very quickly, he's going to be in trouble, because those science vessels are going to mop up the few hive units that he has by that point in the game. So he'd be advised to stick around with Lair for a while and get more expansions and have a strong lurker presence around the map. First Mutalisk group comes in to harass the group and whacking away, keeping the speed up by just moving around. Nada's already taken a few casualties there, but he's got his Marines into position. The Mutalisks can't keep the harass up for too much longer, but they'll be back. There's the science facility going down now, so not too long before those vessels come out. And that's actually quite good to defend against Mutalisks with, because with those fast vessels, the Mutalisks only have a very small window of opportunity to attack, and here they come in. That was brilliant. Didn't really get any kills off there. It's going to come in again. That turret placement is really good from Nada, just preventing the Mutalisks from doing too much damage at this actual location in his base, and trying to throw some glaives around. Marines aren't taking too many casualties. They're going to be reinforced very quickly, and before long those vessels will be out with Irradiate upgraded, and those Mutalisks are going to be useless. So if Kan is taking to hive yet, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. But if not, then he should be able to get plenty of expansions, because with this kind of build, yeah, he's starting to lose casualties now. Take casualties. Those Mutalisks are really mopping up these Marines. He just doesn't have that many Marines, as opposed to what he would have if he went for the straight 4 barracks build, which a lot of people are trying to do these days. Kan's got his expansion up the top left. He's got the Hydralisk den out. I think Kan may have spotted those starports. What he wants to do is just really mass up on the lurkers and have a huge lurker presence, dominating the midfield of the map, and really getting those expansions up, as I said, and that will secure him a victory later on, or at least a high likelihood of it. Irradiate almost completed. Those vessels should be popping out now, and those Mutalisks will finally be dealt with, and then we'll see Nada moving out, and we'll be contending with the lurkers. So really, I feel like the ball is in Kan's court right now, because it is going to be his next decision which makes or break this game, and we'll see how that goes. The Marines still ushering the the Mutalisks out of the base. They should be upgraded now. Anada's got double engineering base, so he's going to be heading up to 3/3 upgrades. I'm not sure if he's going to bother with any tanks. We'll find out shortly. Plenty of missile turrets at the back. And soon we're going to see some Irradiates, and that's going to be painful. Yeah, there we go. Can is actually getting expansion at the 12 o'clock position, and I think that's wise. He needs to go all out in the expansions because he knows that Nada is going to be contained for a while. He isn't going all aggressive with ground forces. He's waiting for the tech to kick in. So if he can take advantage of that by just staying in the mid game and really brute forcing Nada into his base throughout the mid game, that's going to be good. And oh my God, Mutalisk rushing in now. That was a mistake. He shouldn't be rushing in like that. And Radiate's gone off. That's really going to hurt. And he knows that he cannot attack like that. And Nada just ready to move out with Marines and science vessels now before the lurkers